the Hurricanes will boot it away to start the game. Coming out with it, it's Parker. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Jaguars offense will have the first possession of the game. And this wide receiver, he's the linchpin to the offense. They want to make sure they find a multitude of ways to get him the football.
And it's a risk-reward scenario on defense when you're trying to cover this guy, Reese, because you play man coverage, you risk him running by you and catching deep balls, you play too much zone.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
After getting nothing done on the last one, this is a big play. 2nd and long from the 11. Dropping back, it's Mayfield. Feeling some heat. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. They allowed the completion, but this defense was swarming to keep him away from that first down line.
Yeah, and you allow completions in those 3rd down situations underneath the sticks. And you come up and rally, and everybody flies to the football. That's great execution by this defense.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. The Hurricane offense will get its first crack at it now. When a guy gets off the ball as quickly as he does, you know he's going to be breathing down your neck, and you got to get rid of it, Jesse.
This quarterback's good, but he better have a clock going off in his head. He knows he's not going to have a lot of time to get rid of the football. That's a big matchup in this game.
Well, and that's what I love about this guy, because he affects the quarterback whether he gets to him or not. He knows he's there. He's that kind of good coming off the edge. Let's see how this QB performs under pressure.
And he's brought down after a nice gain. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. To the ground. He's got it again. Still running at the 40. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
This running back in the Miami backfield is deadly because of his speed. He's so elusive. You get the feeling like he could score any single time he has the ball. He gives the offense a lot of balance, but he gives them that home run ability too.
Quarterback checking the play. Early movement on the offense, and they'll push it back 5 yards.
False start offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. After the setback, the offense gets set for a 1st and 15. Looking downfield, it's Gabriel. Fires to the wideout. Pulls it in.
And as a quarterback, when you're facing man coverage, you've got to find your best one-on-one matchup. That receiver did a tremendous job. Quickness, changing direction, out of his break, able to create separation. There was no question the quarterback was going to target that receiver on that play.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. They go to the ground. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a 1st down.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it a little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Using his legs, it's Cooper. Staying physical in the red zone as he's pulled down after picking up 3 balls at the 14. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. The give to the back. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker. No movement from the field goal unit. The offense is out there to try to keep this drive alive on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Incomplete, the defense holds.
And sometimes the best defense is a little bit lucky. He was open. He had a chance to make a play. He just drops it through his hand. It was pretty good defense, but you take those breaks when you can get them.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, the linebacker showing you read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the TFL.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. To the air, it's Mayfield. Finds his target down the middle. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. He wants to throw. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. And now on 2nd down for this offense. After the incompletion, they go back up top. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. They punted on their opening drive, and now they need a 3rd down conversion to avoid punt. Here's the handoff. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The Jaguars will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Running it back, it's Cooper. And the returner is stopped. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for them.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. Trying play action. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. That last incomplete pass has him staring at a 3rd and 3. Back to throw, it's Gabriel. He looks that one in nicely.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that one.
The Hurricanes will have it 1st and 10. Quarterback checking off. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Fires downfield. He's got it. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down.
This offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
Clock winding towards 0. They'll get one more snap off. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Now the play fake. Deep shot for the end zone. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming. One more snap coming before halftime. Looking to throw, it's Gabriel. He'll take a shot. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. We've got a good one going here in the third quarter, all tied up as he's set to kick it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Not a lot of offense, in fact, no offense in terms of scoring there in the first half.
You got to give the defense credit on both sides. They've been physical. They've been making plays. So now, which of these offenses can break the tie? It's not going to be easy, but for this offense now taking the ball here first in the second half, they've got to get something done.
Finally giving the defense some credit. How did that feel coming out of your mouth? Did it hurt? Like, did you not like to say that? It sounded painful.
I just threw up in my mouth.
Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. They'll go to the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here. This is an area of the field where it's really advantageous to just go for it. On fourth down, looking for the completion. And the ball is intercepted. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return, but that small change, they take over at the 43. First down for this offense. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Here comes the option. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
That player is so lucky he did not put that football on the ground. What a tackle by that defender. Phenomenal individual effort getting that tackle for loss.
They're trying to get to it. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. The defense was in the dime package. They didn't have to send an extra rusher. The big fellas up front took care of that.
Yeah, and all dime means is I'm bringing an extra fast guy on the field and taking an extra fat guy off the field. But listen, the fat guys still get home. Isn't that beautiful? The big, athletic defensive line still does a great job getting to the quarterback and getting him on the ground.
The Jaguars will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there and just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
And they'll move the chains with the first down, but that might be it for the third quarter. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a gap. It's Cooper. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
Well, on offense, you've got to love the way your offensive line is playing in this game. They're getting tremendous movement up front, climbing in the second level, and really giving these backs and ball carriers a lot of room to run all game long.
They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Miami.
The Canes with the 1st and 10. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. Fires to the right. A strike downfield. And a sweet catch and a nice gain gets it down to the 30-yard line. Throwing the comeback looks like such a simple throw, but the timing is so important.
And as a quarterback, man, this is all about trusting your guy. You know exactly where he's going to sit it down. You anticipate it. You throw it. You know he's going to come back and make that play for you.
The clock has stopped as we have reached the 2-minute warning here in the ball game. Now on 1st down from the 30. To the ground with the back. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on 1st down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
Rides to the back. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
This offense right on the doorstep. They can grab the lead late as time continues to wind down. Back to pass, it's Gabriel. Into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. He's going to the right, looking for a path to the end zone. Touchdown, Miami! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
What a great game, tied late in the ball game. Who's going to make the big play? They come up with it late, take the lead. Nice execution. It's hard to execute in these moments. People get tight. The score is tied late in the game. I don't want to mess up, but this offense doesn't worry about messing up. They put the ball in the end zone and take the lead.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. They took it 71 yards down the field, and he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner will be dragged down. Guys, we'll have another look at this South Alabama offense. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes down to the quarterback position too, Reese. Don't let the moment get too big. Play within yourself, David, because this guy's practiced the situation before.
No doubt. Use the sidelines. They're your friend. I don't have to take deep shots. Throw beyond the 1st down marker so I can stop that clock for a little bit and possibly use my timeouts.
I think in this situation, 2 minutes, trailing late, I think you got to be throwing to the sticks every time. I don't know if these short completions are going to get it done. You're just not going to have enough time to get down the field. So from a play calling standpoint, I think you want to think about being a little bit more aggressive.
They'll wrestle him down just short of the 1st down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. Back to pass, it's Mayfield. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. They get the timeout called, 11 seconds remaining to play. In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. Looking to move it through the air. Catch in the middle. It's Lee. They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's picked off at the goal line. Looking for more room. And this defense puts an exclamation point on this one. Brought down after the pick, and time has run out. You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters, and this team has guys that have played a lot of snaps, they've seen a lot of looks, and they've lost close games like this in the past. That wasn't the case today, David. Too many guys out there making big-time plays.
And I think belief is what you build. That confidence, you know you're going to win. You don't think you're going to win. You know you're going to make that play in the big moment that continues to build on week-to-week success. And you look up and you're like, dang, we strung a couple wins together.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.